Hi there, welcome to Made by Granat. It's Anna here, and it is Wednesday. And Wednesdays means that it is time to do a use it or lose it video. So I have my little use it or lose it basket, and in it I have also these pre-made bases that I made through the last videos. And these, of course, I can use this in my use it or lose it. You know, the ones we glued several papers together and sewn around it. But I think that these will go into a new basket. That will be a stash basket instead. Or maybe I will, because I have the new basket here, and it's bigger than this one. It goes in there, so I thought I could maybe move my use it or lose it into the bigger one, and use this to build my stash. So I'm just gonna put these in like this, and these, and these, all made from book pages. And here I have one that is not tag shaped and one that has not even been backed. I don't know, maybe I should make them tag shaped right away while I am at it, before I put them in my stash box. Let's just do it, shall we? There we go. Here we go. So this is also a box I can pull from when I'm making my use it or lose it. And the idea is to make bases while I, for instance, watch TV or something, and then I can just pull from them and make specific ephemera for specific journals. So this is what's left in the use it or lose it. So let's see what I feel like doing today. No, and I have an idea for these, but not today because I don't know where my texture paste is. Yeah, and this is a first day cover, but with this thing in it and some words are failing me today. The plastic thing, you know. I don't feel like that today either. We have a cool postcard. Florida pelicans. Maybe I should use that as it is in a bird journal, because that is really cool. I'm gonna move that to my stash. We have some paper packaging. People have sent me stuff and backed it with some cardstock. These are really nice to back, to make journaling cards with. Quite heavy. Maybe we should do these today. Pocket thingies. Tag. These I am going to make into bases. This is also from a bird journal. I usually just double them up. I glue them together and make them into tags or journaling cards, or I double them up. I add some writable surface to the back and to the inside, and they will become openable tags. So I'm just gonna move these to the stash, and I can, or I will not, because they're not finished. Yeah, this is something already finished for just decorating. We have a piece of collaged. We have postcards to pretty up. Maybe we'll do that today. This is also some kind of postcard. I think we have Tim Holtz packaging. Yeah, we're gonna an envelope. Let's keep some stuff here, and I am going to see what I have to add on to them. If I have any nice fussy cuts, or I have this. She is quite lovely. I believe it's a Harrison. Can't remember the name of him. Quite famous artist. She could go on a tag like that and just back into something, but she's actually too big. Harrison Fisher, maybe? Could cut it down a bit. That's quite lovely. Or no, she could not go on there. I think she might go there. I have lots of fussy cut and stamped things in a little bowl here. Nah, nothing that popped up. I think I have some flowers maybe that I can use. They're quite small though. I'm gonna keep them aside. Let's start with this one. Let's start by covering it with some paper. How big a paper do we need to cover that tag? That will probably be enough. Yeah, let's just use that. These are the books that I use to make my bases for journal cards. So we're gonna start by adding that to the tag. Let's use some glue paper. I've just been practicing some watercolor or testing watercolor. This is what is left from the bird book that I fussy cut. I think that's quite good use of a book. And I'm going to use glue stick. Like that. Trying to get it somewhat straight. There we go. Then I'm gonna cut away the excess. So, how is everyone? I just started crafting again. I kind of do that. Jump right into crafting. I hope you all are doing well. We are in the beginning of August already. I can't believe it. Where did July go? I've had 3 weeks vacation and I'm now on week 4. Yes, that will be nice. And I am thoroughly enjoying my time off. Trying to get some crafting in here and there. and lots of thrifting, of course, because you know I love that. And yeah, so let's add something to the back of that so that we can write on it. Is this too damaged? I'm saving every piece of paper. Ever heard that before? This is too damaged. Let's do something else. That's not big enough. If you hear someone barking, it's just my dog who decided to be a nuisance today. I just want a piece of paper that's big enough. Ledger maybe. Yeah, so no big news, just been poking around. We have been away with our camper a few trips. That's probably almost all we did. So I'm going to glue this down, and then I'm going to cut off the excess again. Some glue on my hands. The gooey glue slipped out. Oh, I can see that. Yeah, so I'm into messy crafting today, as you can see. We have glue, we have paper, we have, yeah, sticky stuff. Okay, let's get rid of that because that's gluey. See if we can round the corners a bit because it was rounded before. I just want to get rid of the paper. Go. I want her there, and I want to cut her down just a teeny bit, but I want to ink around her first. So we are just going to fold that around, and walnut stain it is today, it seems. Maybe that's too harsh. Afraid burlap is better. I'm just going to ink the edges a bit so that they are not stark white, and so that anything that I missed when I fussy cut her will be hidden. This is from a book about cats, like a historical, comical kind of book, or a book about with poetry about cats or sayings about cats. Let's push it down a bit. Yeah, I thoroughly like that. So we are going to use, you see, another cat. I'm going to continue to use the glue stick because it's here right in front of me. I want it along the edge, like so. That is one pretty tag. We I'm gonna cut off the excess down here again. So tomorrow I am going shopping with my youngest daughter Clara, and I hope I will be able to lure her into a thrift store, because Thursdays many stores are open, you know, the thrift stores here in Sweden, and it would be fun to go thrifting again. I got my labels out, surprise, surprise. Just want a small one. Trying to look on it from my screen. No, that's not the right one. Yeah, let's do that. It doesn't need as much, this small tag. And now I am going to move to my art glitter glue, because this is so small. I don't want glue all over. Oh, thank you for cooperating. I haven't used you in a week. There we go. And we need to make a new hole, I think, for the topper. What do we need for a topper? I am drawn to this. Maybe I can, I love this striped one. Maybe I can just staple it. Because the color scheme is just right. Or should I make a hole and thread it through and knot it? I'm gonna staple. Who am I kidding? Quick and easy. Quick and dirty crafting. So let's see if I can get my stapler in there, and that's one nice tag. That is a really nice tag. I'm gonna flatten these out a little bit. There we go. Okay, one tag down. Let's move things to the side and see which one we want to tackle next. What do I want? Do I want to cover this maybe? Because this is not very nice. I need a bigger book page. It's not big enough. Maybe I can use this Russian one. Yeah, let's do it. I'm just going to take off this part down here, because I just want the text, and then I'm I'm going to, I could collage as well, but I think I'm just going to plop this down. So I'm going to glue on it, and plop it down and then cut. Sticky, sticky. This thing where you take an ugly postcard and make it pretty, I think that's also a nice base, and it still looks like a postcard on back. So, but I think I'm gonna try to use my trimmer instead. Oh, I won an online auction, by the way, with a decal edge trimmer, one of these, and I'm super thrilled. Because I don't have that. So we have the Russian background there. Let's see what we want to add. I am all into birds right now. I have been fussy cutting birds like crazy when I went on my latest vacation. So I have bunches of them. That one was too big, unfortunately. Gonna be that could work. They're from this book. Most of them. This size is perfect, but it's so no contrast, you know. Let's use this one. Now I have auditioned half the box. Lots and lots of them. Okay, so we need to get that white out of there using my sheet of glass. This is just a, if you haven't been here before, it's just from a photo frame I found thrifting for like 50 cents, or if it was $1, and then I took the frame away and just kept the glass, and then I added masking tape around it so I won't cut myself. And now I have a perfect mat to cut away white things with when I have done fussy cutting. Then I'm just touching the edges with my whatever is left on the dauber. Because I am quite a vigorous inker, I need to be careful. We need him there, really pretty. And we need something else. We need labels, and we need, I don't know, stamps maybe? Oh, let's see. That is quite nice. And let's use, see if we can find a nice stamp. I have so many stamp albums I cannot buy anymore, and going to be tossed out of the house. The books and the stamped albums and the envelopes, and yeah, you know me. I use lots and lots of the kind of like that. Yeah, let's go with the instinct. Right, so we are going to touch the edges of these as well. So I have a fun project in progress. No, not in progress. I have planning a fun project. That's what I want to say. I am going to pause the big books. I have been doing a little bit of work in them, especially in the one I'm not doing on camera. But I stumbled upon a book in one of my thrifting expeditions. I had a flip through. I have filmed it, I haven't posted it. Okay, you will see the flip through, not the flip through, the thrift haul soon, probably on Friday, because I am currently posting videos on Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. That is what fits my schedule right now. So as you will see on Sunday, maybe then, I am going to start another journal, a small one. It stumbled upon me for like $1, this book, and it was begging me to make it into a journal because it is a format that I never worked in before, and I got so intrigued and the color pulled me in, and yeah, so I might do that as a quick little, you know, in between journal. Is that okay? Do we think that is enough? Yes, I think it is. So we still have the text on the back, and we have this. That's a pretty postcard and a tag. Do we have time for one more thing? Yes, we do. Let's do this small one. Yes, let's do it. And I need paper. To cover the writable surface with, and the back. I think I had some fly leaves flying around. Yes, here's one. Let's use that. So we're just gonna eyeball. Oh, we can use the cutter. Perfectly imperfect. Let's take off a little bit down there and we can glue it on. So the idea here is to make a double tag, or a tag that opens. I could also glue it together and make it a thicker tag. But I think I'm going to make it an openable one. Perfect. We have covered the back side so you can journal on here. And this will be covered as well with something decorative. Do I want to just add that in there? You can open it. Yes, let's do it. Because why not? I love saving end papers. Even this one has a little bit of text on it. I don't mind. I don't mind at all, because not end papers, fly leaves, because it will be covered up anyway. So here we have total blank surfaces, both on the inside and on the back. And I'm gonna let that dry a little bit before I fold it, so we don't get any lumps or bumps. And we will add some decorative things to the front. We could add, no. Let's go with this again then. It is a good size. And lovely aged yellowed paper. Fits quite nicely, I think. Just gotta cut off a little bit. Yeah. Let's glue it on. Gluing paper to paper. I know you can use cardstock to do these things, and I know you can print everything and you can just use the printed stuff, but I love using the paper I have. I love using what I got. That's why I have my use it or lose it, right? This will be quite thick, but let's fold it. So now we can journal here, you can journal on the inside, and you can decorate this side. So let's cut it to size. And also even up the edges a bit. There we go. Nice. And we need to add something to this, of course. No. Maybe. Just positioning. Is that a bit pale, maybe? This one I already auditioned, right? No, I didn't. I am drawn to the pinks today. Let's do the pinks. Question is, do I want the light pink or the bright pink? I want the bright pink. Yes. This is just CD sleeves that I add my little labels on. Thank you to Catherine at Sandyside Studio, who taught me that. Once again, I'm going to get rid of the white. This is actually a fussy cut. I believe I got the printable from Graphics Fairy. Hydrangea images. Or if it was pink flowers, I can't remember, but I think that's where I got it. And I printed like 4 or 6 to a page, so I have several of this. And that's one way to do it. You can also buy the printables from the creators who make printables and sell them in their shops. I want to ink this a bit. I want to find a label, of course. Ink. We have been going over 30 minutes. Have I only made 3 things in 30 minutes? And I also did a little bit of organizing, of course, but yeah, I'm a slow crafter, and I talk a lot and craft slow. But if you like that, you are so welcome to stay and enjoy my videos. Let's see, there we go, and I want something down here. I'm just scanning, seeing what I have, what I want. That could work, but I'm going to try and make it look a bit older because the bright white did not call out to me. There we go. See, much better. Let's glue it down. Just eyeballing. And this one I already inked. I was thinking I might stick that in underneath. Yes, I can lift that. That's good. And I am going to try and use glue stick, even though it's, yeah, I'm going to try and use glue stick. That's what I want to say. And let's see if I can get that in there. I like that, and I want something small. First I'm gonna make it tag shaped before I do anything else. I'm watching my neighbor. He is not next door but across the street. He is training for a marathon. He's running everywhere, to work, from work. Just came home. I like that. That's so pretty. I'd like something small, maybe round up here, if I could find it. These are the ones I stamped myself using the Tim Holtz stamp set. Let me show you which one. This. The Curator CMS 493. So I used this and I stamped my own. With the Curator thingies, often on the backs of things that are misprinted or other things. So I'm just going to see if I can find something that is a bit round and not very dark. I saw that I had something round, but I didn't want the dark color. Do something like that. Do you see it sticks out a bit? There's something that's not round, but not, yeah, let's use that. So this is a great thing that I have. Also, when I don't know exactly what to do and I'm sitting here watching a video or so and I want to do something with my hands, but not something very that takes a lot of energy, then I stamp on things and fussy cut and make a ephemera that I can use. I really like that. This I have stamped on back of wallpaper, I think. Wallpaper samples that I got. Okay. So, tag shape. I could use that. Or I can use my punch. This punches straight edges. And see. That's enough. Many layers of paper here. There we go. That's a cute tag, and you can journal inside it as well. Since it's openable, I don't want to cover up the I don't want to make this, because then you can't open it. I'm just going to put something here, and I think I am going to try and use a whale tail tab. Maybe I saw something flying around. Yes, let's use that. Just adding that lid on the glue stick, trying to straighten up a bit here. I'm going to ink it a little bit. I'm going to add my art glitter glue. You could also cut this apart or double it up with something, and you can add it to here as well. That's also one version. So here you have a tag that you can open up and write inside. Isn't that so cool? So that is one thing we made. We made that one, we made that one. This will have to go back, and these will be going back as well, because I don't want to put them in my stash. I wanted to make this maybe next time. Okay, we have made a little dent in our basket. We have made a new basket, and we have decorated 3 things. So I am going to stand up and show you. We made this journalable tag, really pretty, and you can write inside. We made this from a clothing tag, also really pretty. And we covered up an ugly postcard and made it pretty with a bird. I have an idea for this. I was thinking of maybe using like a pen and make some lines here to make it look like it was sewn. I don't know, maybe just to frame it a bit. I don't want to sew around it. Maybe I can do some fake sewing. I will see. But this is what we accomplished today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below which one is your favorite. I think my favorite is probably that one. I have been waiting to use her for quite a while. I fussy cut her this spring. And yeah, I will be back on Friday, I think, with another video. Probably the thrift haul, big one. Grab a coffee and watch that. And then on Sunday with a surprise journal. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. Thank you for being with me. Bye.